Alright, in today's video we're going to go over how to use the tkinter modules, or for here on out I'll just call it kinter because the T is sort of a clumsy way of pronouncing it. Just say the kinter modules to create a basic graphical user interface in Python. So I wrote in the description on the page. Tkinter is just a module it comes in the basic library of Python, but it's very powerful and allows you to create simple graphical user interfaces. So let's get started here. And the first thing we're going to do is import the tkinter library. So we're going to say from tkinter, we want to import all of it. So we want to import all using that asterisk symbol. And now we want to set up a instance of tkinter using the tk function, and it puts it into the variable root and sets up this instance of tkinter. And let's say we want to create a label, and just simply we want to make a box that says anything. And in this label, we want to put in we want to initialize the function, and we want to put in a text box, and we'll say this is easy, because it really is that easy. And then we'll say we want to pack that label inside of a box, and we'll unpack what pack actually means in the next example. And then let's call root, and we'll call the main loop, and we want it to initialize. And so let's go ahead and run this function, or this program, and here you have this graphical user interface, and it shows this is easy. Now what pack does, what this pack function does, it packs this is easy in the middle of the box and not the top, no matter where it's at or how big the box is. That's cool, and it keeps it centered no matter where the box is, but it can be annoying, and we'll look at how we can manipulate that in the next example. So we'll just go ahead and close this that GUI dialog box, and try a different example. Okay, now that we understand what a label is, let's make a label with a button in the dialog box. And then a button is exactly what you think it is. It's a button that you click in the middle of a box. It could be anything as simple as OK, or I agree, or it could lead to many different branched events. And this is a part of the the event handlers inside of any GUI. So let's go over a button. So we'll again import the tkinter library, not that one, and then we'll want to import all of it, and we'll go ahead and initialize the tkinter library, and initialize this particular instance of tkinter, and then make a function. Now we want to make sure that we use as much object-oriented design as possible in our programming of GUIs. It just maximizes the utility and the usefulness of these GUIs, GUI programs, if we from the start use object-oriented design. And that's something you should keep in the forefront when you start laying out what exactly you want to do with these programs. And the first example was purely procedural, just to get the point across, but and we're going to use object-oriented design using these GUIs. So in this function, my click, I want it to label. I want to make a label. Again, we'll call it my label, and we'll call label function. The function label. We want to initialize it, and we want to put the text in. Look, I clicked a button. All right, and we want to again pack the label so that it's in the middle of the dialog box, no matter what. And then we'll go ahead and initialize a button. We want to say button, use it to initialize it, and want the text. It'll say click me. All right, and then the command will be my click. So we'll call the my click function, and it'll pop out, look, I clicked the button. And then we also want to make sure the button is also packed. So on this, we'll again call the main loop, and then run the program. So we have the button right here, click me. It says, oh, click the button. Click the button again, and you just keep on clicking, and it will continue to click until you exit out the GUI, and now program is finished. So let's look at different things we could do with the button and placement, and we'll go over that in the next lesson when we focus solely on the button widget.